How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Blackrock just made their crypto demands. We also have Trump doing something big at 2:30 p.m. today. So he's giving you, 4 hours? Something like that, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. He will be signing some very important legislation for crypto. We have so much news today, so many big inflows, and we have maybe the biggest piece of news coming out last night. I quickly made a video on it last night, but I don't think a lot of people saw it. Some massive news that changes crypto really forever, at least in terms of price action of crypto. So if you don't mind, hit subscribe so you can see future videos like this. If you want to trade crypto, check out the link underneath the video to BYDeFi. Start in just a few minutes. You don't have to KYC. You don't need a VPN. Also, let me reload this. They have a special little bonus going on right now for the next 6 days for people part of our community. You can get up to $10,000 worth of Bitcoin just for trading. Even if you don't trade as much, you can still get $130 of free Bitcoin. And they're also giving you deposit bonuses on top of that. So it's kind of insane how much free money they're giving away just so that you try out their platform as opposed to some other platform. So check it out. I really like it because you can actually use CoinM, which trades Bitcoin with Bitcoin as collateral, ETH with ETH as collateral, all the way down to like Litecoin and Solana and XRP. So check it out underneath. As you can see, we have been highly profitable. It's been a great time to be trading as long as you don't go like 100x. So yeah, I do have a couple videos on leverage trading, which I can put on the end screen. As you can see here, more and more money being minted in crypto. USDC minting another 250 million. They seem to do 250 million increments pretty regularly compared to USDT, which does a billion at a time. But yesterday we got news that Tether was printing $2 billion. We also got some of these reports yesterday for USDC. They've been printing 250 million at a time. And yeah, the fact is billions of dollars are coming into crypto, starting in USDC, starting in USDT, and then being moved around to go buy assets, which is bullish. Whenever we see large inflows into USDC and USDT, typically that's a bullish sign. Treasury official says live on Bloomberg that $9 trillion of 401k money should be allowed to buy Bitcoin. Let me play this for you because it's actually super bullish what he says. He says crypto is not meant for trading. Let me explain what he means, but let's play this here.
From the Financial Times hit that President Trump is preparing to open U.S. 401ks, the retirement market, in part to crypto investments. Knowing how famously volatile digital assets have been, cryptocurrencies have been, is there not some risk in that when we're talking about retirement investments specifically?
I mean, if you're setting up a 401k, like for example, take the Trump accounts, for example. I mean, you're holding this asset over long periods of time. I mean, these aren't trading vehicles. Stocks themselves can be incredibly volatile. So, I mean, if it's for retirement, it's for long-term savings and wealth creation, then you want to give people the opportunity to diversify their asset flow in a way that meets their own needs. So I don't see a problem with any of it, actually.
So that's really bullish. Treasury official says, I don't see any problem with people buying crypto in their 401ks. Like, that's so different than what we've heard in the past. Obviously, this is huge. There's so much money in crypto, so much money in 401ks that could be coming into crypto. And for the beginning part of that, when they say, isn't there some risk in this? Of course there's risk. I think the riskier part isn't trading crypto necessarily, but if you're using retirement accounts, that means that naturally, like on Friday when the market closes, you can't access it until Monday. So yeah, I would not be going like you can't leverage trade in those, but if you do leverage trade outside of those, you can have access to it all the time, right? 24/7. You wouldn't want to lock away some 30x XRP trade or something for the weekend. That would be crazy. But I think allowing people to buy cryptocurrency assets in 401ks makes a lot of sense. And for the most part, it's just going to be a small allocation, right? And hopefully geared towards the larger altcoin. It's not going to be like, oh, you go in your company plan and you can pick from the top 1,000 cryptocurrencies. That's not how it's going to go. It's going to be like, okay, BlackRock's target date fund 2060. is going to have 3% Bitcoin or something like that. And that, I think, will bring in a lot of money over time. Keep in mind, this is not price sensitive at all. Like after BlackRock sets that, they're just going to have passive flows into Bitcoin for a very long time, which will cause the price to go up pretty significantly. Keep in mind, $9 trillion in 401ks, even if just a small fraction, less than 1% goes into crypto, it's going to push up the price drastically. $1 billion in crypto does not make the crypto or the cryptocurrency market go up $1 billion. That's not how it works. There's a multiple effect. So this will be extremely bullish, and already is extremely bullish to be hearing this from the administration, or not from the administration, but from the Treasury. Look at this. BlackRock bought another 4,100 Bitcoin yesterday. This is after 6,400 the day before that, 3,500, 3,300. They're on pace to do over 20,000 Bitcoin this week. This is after 15,000 last week. The week before that was July 4th, so it was a quiet week. But the week before that, over 10,000 Bitcoin. They are buying up so much Bitcoin, 10 to 20,000 Bitcoin a week. This doesn't last forever. Eventually, they won't be able to buy as much, because even if they have the same amount of flows, the price will be drastically higher. Of course, I say that, and they've been able to scale up. The buying is accelerating even with Bitcoin's price going up. So it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe I'm wrong. And it's not just Bitcoin either. BlackRock's Ethereum ETF also saw $545 million flow into it. This is a record inflow. The day before, they had 489 million. So we're seeing Ethereum also accelerate. Keep in mind, Ethereum is so much smaller. It's no wonder there was a short squeeze yesterday. It's getting massive inflows. I mean, Ethereum is less than 1/5 the size of Bitcoin. So a $600 million inflow day is actually crazy. That's like a $3 billion inflow day for their ETF. And of course, there were some other ETFs that got inflows as well. So yeah, imagine a $3 billion day for the BlackRock, or for the Bitcoin ETFs, or for BlackRock specifically. I don't know if they've gone over $1 billion. I think they've been right around $1 billion a couple times, but that's going to force up the price. Also, BlackRock made a bit of a demand, right? Not a demand, but they filed to add staking for their BlackRock ETF, and now the NASDAQ is filing the application to add staking. So Larry wants tokenization and staking. Larry will get tokenization and staking. Yes, this is going to bring in a lot of inflows. I think this is actually one of the big reasons why we're seeing a lot of inflows. It's obviously hedge funds. This is not retail investors going and putting money in the Ethereum BlackRock ETF. No, I think it's BlackRock saying, hey, you need to get in on this before the price moves up too much. And yeah, there's going to be staking. We're going to give you passive income on one of the best performing assets of all time. So yeah, pretty impressive. Even if you don't like Ethereum, the fact is this gets more people interested in crypto. And eventually, most people that come into crypto eventually buy Bitcoin. Trump will sign something big today at 2:30 in the White House. Big signing at 2:30 in the White House. Congratulations to our great Republicans for being able to accomplish so much, a record in so short a period of time. All the Democrats do is complain and criticize and get nothing done. They are a party of the past, he says. Okay, so most likely the Genius Act being signed today at 2:30. This will be great for the cryptocurrency market. As we've talked about the last few days, this provides, along with the other bills, provides protection against the CBDC, also provides clarity on stablecoins and clarity on the crypto market in general, regulation on stablecoins. So this will definitely bring more money into the cryptocurrency market if people know what the guidelines are. There's some people that just aren't willing to grow something. Even if there's a huge market, they're not willing to put money into something where they don't know how it's going to be regulated, because sure, they might make money, but they can also make money in AI. They can also make money in 2 or 3 other places, and they have regulation there. So people are just naturally cautious when there's not a lot of regulation or clarity on regulation. Altcoins are starting to move as well. You can see XRP hitting new highs. Some people say, well, it hit like an intraday high that was higher back in 2017. Okay, highest daily for XRP. Highest price in the last 8 years. This is great to see for everyone that's an XRP holder, even if you don't like XRP, even if you don't hold XRP. I said this last night. I am 90+% Bitcoin. That doesn't mean I don't love to see altcoin holders make money. good for them for taking a risk. And a lot of people do realize that altcoins are riskier than Bitcoin, but they're trying to rotate into altcoins at strategic times to then be able to buy more Bitcoin. Either way, though, I'm just happy for people to make money, right? At the end of the day, I want people to make money. SUI starting to break out too. You can see starting to move up against this trend as well, starting to break out. Altcoins starting to break out just all over the place. And this is kind of interesting. The Clarity Act recognizes 3 blockchains as likely mature under US standards: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. You can see fully decentralized proof of work, fair distribution, no central control, decentralized proof of stake with broad development and public token distribution, Cardano, public proof of stake with diverse validators and no single holder over 20%. But they point out that, like, for XRP, not mature. Ripple controls a large portion of supply and influences consensus. Solana, not mature yet. Insider, heavy supply and core development centralized under Solana Foundation. Dogecoin, decentralized control but high token concentration in a few wallets, and so on and so on. Let me know what you think about this underneath the video. Let me know if you think this is right on or if you think they're missing something with BNB or XRP or Solana or Dogecoin. Let me know what you're doing too. Are you buying anything right now? Are you just sitting on your hands? I'll be honest. I accumulated a lot during the bear market and even the early stages of the bull run. Right now, I am trading, but I'm not really going out and buying a lot more crypto. It seems like this is like screenshot season where people are starting to see 10, 20% moves in a day from some of the biggest cryptos out there. So I'm naturally cautious of adding to positions when the market feels bullish. Of course, I see a lot of bullish things happening, right? Like the ETFs are swallowing up a ton. There are so many treasury companies. The Fed could cut rates. So I'm still very bullish, but I almost trade contrarian to my feelings, right? When I feel kind of hopeless in the crypto market or like beaten down, that's when I accumulate. When I'm feeling very bullish, that's when I just take a step back, realize I can enjoy my portfolio and wait for a good entry. Of course, I have talked about leverage trading, how I don't think you necessarily need to get a perfect entry with how I trade in crypto. And that's done really well. Even when I felt like, we could see another dip. There are times when I put in long positions and they've done extremely well. You can see some of the positions. I have like 4 or 5, 6 different platforms I use. It's actually like 5 or 6. And you can see some of the returns, like Bitcoin up 809%, XRP up 850%, Solana up 162, Ethereum up 343. We're getting close to the SUI one, which I opened up at pretty much the worst time. But you can see, like, I opened this up at one of the worst times at the exact peak. And you go low leverage and you ride it out and you can, you're not really losing money at the end of the day. And yeah, we've been able to make life-changing gains in some of these other cryptos. If you do want to check this out, I'll leave a link to BYDeFi underneath the video. I think they have the best bonus right now. Of course, BTCC, a lot of people have been liking too. They have a pretty nice bonus going on right now. 10% on first-time deposits and lower trading fees when you use my link. Thank you so much. WEEX also has a little bonus as well going on right now. A mystery box, an airdrop, 3x. Better boxes, better prizes. So depending on how much you trade and a couple other things, you can get bigger prizes. So check these out underneath the video. I recommend if you're trading to use a couple different platforms just in case there's high volatility and one goes down, or you want to trade some crypto that's not on one, or you just figure out you like the UI more. BitUnix also has some bonuses going on right now, so check that out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all soon.